From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, I want to remind everyone that you can share your photos through the Weather NorCal app. This is a great way for you to just share any photo you may be proud of. I love the sunrise, sunset pictures. If you have any storm photos, whether it's flooding or from snow or just a great picture you want to share, just go to your NorCal app on your iPhone or Android and go at the very bottom, scroll to the bottom, it says share your photos. And it'll just kind of walk you through the step. It's actually very simple. And if you don't have the app already, just go to your app store, search for Weather NorCal, and download the app for free. I think you're going to like it. All right, let's take a look at the weather headlines. And yeah, we got a break from the rain tomorrow. I think almost everyone, for the most part, will be dry. There are going to be a few spots, a few locations that may see a little bit of activity here early tomorrow morning and maybe late in the day tomorrow. But for the most part, Friday's going to be a dry day, but mostly cloudy, right? Then we have the next chance for the heavier rainfall and some gusty winds at times going into your Saturday. But I do anticipate that the winds on Saturday won't be as strong as what we saw yesterday. And then the snow levels, fairly high. I think they'll be above 5,000 feet. And really, when we look at the extended outlook here, it's looking like the chances for rain will be off and on all the way through the end of next week. I mean, we're not going to see this wet weather pattern really move out anytime soon. So when we look at our planner for tonight into tomorrow for the coast, overcast skies, could see some of those showers early in the morning, otherwise dry. Same thing for the inland areas and Trinity County. Mostly cloudy skies, but fairly dry for your Friday. All right, take a look at the valley. I think we could eventually see some breaks in the clouds for a little bit of sunshine for some of us in the valley here. Taking you to Siskiyou, Modoc County, could see some breaks in the clouds there as well, and not to mention in the eastern mountains. And as mentioned, should be a fairly dry day for your Friday. But that will change by Saturday, and Futurecast will show you. All right, so let's take you through tonight. And there you can see it looks like most of the activity has kind of moved off to the north and east, and even that is fairly insignificant. There still will most likely be a chance for some chain requirements east of I-5 once again going into tonight. But as we go into tomorrow, probably still some leftover chain requirements. Even though we're not seeing any rain or snow, we'll probably still have some leftover chain requirements, at least in the morning hours on Friday. Now, as we take you through the day on Friday, you can see the overcast skies, could see some breaks in the clouds, but the leading edge of Saturday's storm should be here, especially for the coast, by Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Now you can see here, it's not going to be very heavy. The heavier rain is going to hold off until Friday night and into Saturday morning. There you can see the main band of rain and main band of moisture is right here. Leading edge of that, maybe some light showers to start off the day on Saturday. But then as we take you through the day on Saturday, you see how it kind of slowly progresses eastward, and everyone will see moderate to heavy rain at times, winds a little gusty at times as well, and snow levels between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. Okay, so then we take you into Saturday night, and you can see it's becoming less widespread, and it's beginning to wrap itself up. There's still going to be some pockets of some moderate to heavy rainfall for some of us, with snow still above 5,000 and 6,000 feet. But by the time we get into Sunday, I think we'll dry things out. So we look at the overall rainfall total estimates, and this is going to take you through Saturday night. It's got about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. I'd say a 1/2 inch to an inch, quite honestly, for the valley. And I think it's going to be the same here for the coast, maybe a little bit more here. And then, of course, we see less, but still not that bad, upwards of a 1/4 of an inch for some areas off to the north and east. Now, looking at the forecast totals, it is picking up on maybe some light accumulation in Chester. I think that might be overdoing it. I think Chester may be below where that snow is. I think the snow levels will be around 5,000 feet. Chester, as you know, is about 4,500 feet. So yeah, could you see a mix? Possibly, but I don't anticipate any major accumulation, if any. And there you can see it's not even picking up on any accumulation for the rest of the lower communities, like Mount Shasta. It'll probably be in the form of rain, as well as Bernie, and not to mention Weaverville, Hayfork, Shingletown, looking at it in the form of rain as well as Wairika and even Etna. But you head off into the Trinity Alps, you head off into the Marble Mountains. Yeah, now we're talking higher elevations. Now we're talking a lot of snow. You talk about Lassen Peak. Yeah, plenty of snow up there as well. But the lower mountain communities, probably in the form of rain. Let's talk about the winds here real quickly because, yes, they're going to be gusty at times, especially for the coast here as we take you into your Friday. But for the valley, 5 to 10 miles per hour, not an issue, right? But as we go into your Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, those winds pick up a little bit here, but still most likely around 20 mile an hour gusts as opposed to the 30 to 40 mile an hour gust we saw yesterday. So yes, so winds are picking up with Saturday's storm system, just not as strong as the storm system from yesterday. All right, take a look at the futurecast. There you can see Saturday, there's the rain, dry on Sunday, but by late in the day Sunday, we see the leading edge of the rain move in. Here's the area of low pressure. Counterclockwise flow around that low. Look what happens. It picks up that moisture right there into Northern California. That's what we have in store for us on Monday. There's the area of low pressure. There's a spin around the area of low pressure. We take you into Tuesday. We're still seeing that moisture flow into Northern California. This will break apart as an area of low pressure, but still a slight chance for showers Wednesday. And it looks like as we go into your Thursday, there you can see 5 p.m. I think we might see a bit of a break for next Thursday. But then Thursday night into that next Friday, yeah, maybe a chance for some more wet weather. You get the idea. We just still have this on and off chance for rain here through all of next week. And when you combine now all the way through next Thursday, I think we'll see easily 4 inches of rain. It might be overdoing it here, upwards of 5 inches, but you get the idea. It's a good amount of rain. And I think it might be underdoing it here for the coast as well. I think we could easily see 3, maybe 4 inches of rain. And then you head off to the north and east, and of course, again, just not seeing much there. All right, let's take a look at your wave heights. And you can see they actually start to drop early tomorrow morning, but then through the day on Friday, I do anticipate those wave heights to increase again. In fact, they'll probably increase even more going into your Saturday as Saturday's storm system comes on in. So when we look at our marine forecast, you'll see that there are no advisories. That'll be the case here for tonight and into tomorrow morning. But I do anticipate that by Friday afternoon, we may see a small correct advisory issued here for tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, the winds from the south at 10 to 20 knots, waves from the west at 6 feet at 11 seconds. There's your sunrise and your sunset. Here's what it looks like for tonight. Mainly overcast skies, keeping those temperatures fairly mild in the valley, mid-40s. We could drop right around or just below freezing for some of the higher elevations, especially in the eastern mountains. Low to mid-30s for Siskiyou County, upper 30s to around 40 Trinity County, mid to upper 40s for the inland areas and along the coast. All right, so let's take a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. There's the off and on rain. Now, snow levels, 5,000 feet or higher. That's pretty much going to be the story here through the next 7 days with off and on chances for rain. We take you off to the north coast. And there you can see Honeydew about 60, 57 degrees for Shelter Cove. Garberville, 63. That's also the case for Blue Lake. Take you up north. Smith River, 62, 60 for Crescent City, and 61 degrees out in Trinidad. Orleans, 61. Hoopa, 60, and Willow Creek, a high of 61 degrees. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast, 48 degrees out in Etna, 51 for Fort Jones, 48 in Weed and Tennant, about 45 degrees. How about Modoc County? Well, there you can see Fort Jones, about 46, 49 degrees for Tule Lake, and Aden, about 48 degrees. In your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, Mineral, 49, 57 degrees for Paradise, and 49 degrees in Kronberg. Let's take a look at your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Haas Farms. 62 degrees for Orland and Willows, 61 for Biggs, and there you can see Los Molinos about 62 degrees. Taking up north, about 61 degrees for the city of Shasta Lake. Redding, 62 degrees, as well as Palo Cedro, Cottonwood and Red Bluff, and Whiskeytown, a high of about 57 degrees. All right, here's your 7-day outlook for Redding. There are the showers here for your Saturday. Rain will be heavy at times. Winds may be a bit gusty at times as well. We dry things out on Sunday, and then more wet weather. I think some heavier rainfall coming in on Monday and possibly into Tuesday. Showers Wednesday. We could see a break by next Thursday.